Hello, hello, and welcome to NoCB, a grand strategy podcast. This is for the week of the 26th of August, 2020. I am TJ, and with me is our amazing panel, including Rose.
No, we've also got Rosebud here today.
And Rosebud, of course, essential member of the NoCB cast panel.
Recurring guest panelist.
Yeah, without their insights, how would we? I mean, we wouldn't really be anywhere. Yeah,
lifeblood of the podcast, really.
We also have Lambert.
Hello there.
And we have Father Loris.
Hello.
Not nearly as cute, but, you know, it's
you take that back. You take that back.
He makes very cute comics. He makes very cute comics.
That's true. Yeah.
I'll have you know, I'm a
that is true.
cutie pie. I'm adorable. I'll have you know.
He must have been meaning me then.
Yes, I'm singling you out.
Hairy Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That's basically how cute I am.
I thought you were talking about me. Then I was honestly really hurt.
Well, we have a fair bit of news to discuss today. Starting off with CK3 Dev Diary number 39, which is all about achievements, including lots of pretty achievement icons, many of which I am already planning to steal for mods. Because I'm too lazy to make my own trait icons, so I'm just going to use the ones that they gave us. Or conscript Loris to make trait icons for, yeah.
Just like really like little stick figures.
Yeah, just like a little kind of like cute vampire guy. Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, oh man, I could do trait things. I was thinking of a mod I could do, which I definitely won't have time and I'll never get around to doing. But I was thinking of things of things to add to the list of things I'm not going to do. That's what I was thinking of. And traits.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. The list of things I would do if I was personally motivated and had about 10 times as much time.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's everyone's favorite achievement out of this list so far? We have some fairly conventional ones, and then some crazier ones, of course.
I mean, It has to be. I mean, the circle one, wasn't it? Where you have to have a perfect circle in your family tree.
Yeah, where you only have two parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents, which means you have to have straight down the line brother-sister marriages for like 4 generations.
That's right.
I'm just going to leave it here.
I love the name. It's just fantastic, as if it was like such a noble thing. It's like a perfect unbroken circle.
So bad. Mine's clearly going to be Restore the Roman Empire.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, but who are you going to restore them as?
Exactly.
Basilia Roman.
Okay.
Naturally.
Well, that's easy mode. You should restore it as like Croatia or something.
But Croatia isn't a legitimate heir to the Roman Empire. So like, why?
It was part of the Roman Empire at one point. Or at least,
and it will be again. And it will be again. It just they won't be in control of it.
Do it for Romanians. That's why we're called Romanians, right?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that would be fun to start as like Transylvania or Wallachia and use them to restore the Roman Empire.
I'll do it as somebody who starts within Basilia Roman, but like not actually be the emperor.
Yeah,
because I mean, if there's anything we know from the history of that period, is like emperors, their lifespan was cut short more often by their own people than by enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm finding interesting is there's the end of an era achievement planned until 1453. I wonder what percentage of people will actually have that one.
I believe they said that at one point they talked about how many people had actually played CK2 to the end date, and I recall it being very low. Mm-hmm. Like it was like under 10% of active players or something like that.
I imagine that's the same for a lot of like Paradox games in general.
Yeah.
I've never played a CK2 game to the end. I've never played a EU4 game to the end. Hearthstone doesn't have an end, I believe. So
yeah, I don't know. It's like EU4 I play to the end almost half the time now, but yeah, CK2, it almost defeats the purpose to to play it all the way to the end. Like, especially if you get really big and powerful, like a lot of the stuff that's great about the game.
Yeah. There we go.
2%.
2% of people that have played on Iron Man have played from 1066 to 1453. You start with the 769 start, only 1.8%. And the 867 start is 1.7%. Because I gotta say, those are like the easiest achievements to get. You just have to survive.
Really? Yeah.
That's not easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
The hardest thing is having the patience. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I've joked before about doing a real-time Crusader Kings speedrun. Because if you go to speedrun.com, there is a leaderboard for Crusader Kings, but it's based on how many in-game days it takes you to accomplish an objective.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I'm doing like real-time speed 5, just trying to get to the end, closing out of events as fast as I can.
I mean, the speedrun for EU4 used to be held by somebody playing as Albania. The first thing they do is declare war on the Ottomans. Second thing they do is surrender to the Ottomans, and that was the achievement done. That was the speedrun.
Yeah, technically any percent, you just need to get to a game over screen. So,
well, I know that it does make sense to use in-game time. It's sort of like what they do for Minecraft speedruns is they cut out all of the loading time, like when you're going to the Nether or whatever, to remove the "my PC is better than yours" element, which I think is a good idea.
Yeah, no, it does make sense, but I'm doing it completely as a bit, so it doesn't have to make sense.
That's fair as well.
Is that how it actually works? I don't know anything about speedruns, to be honest. So if it's like...
There's a lot of different types of speedruns.
Like, just as long as it's a game over screen.
Yeah.
So say if I was doing a speedrun of, I don't know, like Mario 64, and I just killed myself, that would... Like, I'd just jump in a trench and just drown. That's Mario. That would count. Does that count?
I don't know specifically for Mario.
It depends on the category, which is sort of up to the community what the categories are going to be. So like Mario 64, I don't think there's a category for just fastest get to the game over screen.
Because it's literally load in, walk right.
I have no interest in watching speedrunnings, but I do have an interest in watching people competitively trying to drown Mario in a moat. That is something that I'm very interested in.
But that's not even the fastest way, because isn't the first thing you can kill yourself on in Mario that little Goomba thing? Like, that's there at the start of the game. You just walk in.
He's thinking of Mario 64.
Yeah.
I never played that one. Yeah. I played the originals. The real Mario.
Yoshi.
Back on topic.
You're so brave for coming out against Mario 64. Yeah, Rose, what's your favorite achievement?
Well, I mean,
Mario.
I have a soft spot right now for Give a Dog a Bone, considering I'm playing Matilda of Tuscany in the Creator Coliseum next week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
all 4 of us are going to be involved in that.
Yes,
but go
we
ahead.
are.
We'll get to that. Yeah.
Well, it makes me wonder sometimes some of the wording on the achievements, because we have From Rags to Riches, which starting as a count, lead your line to rule an empire. Does that mean you have to play with the same ruler the whole time, go from count to emperor? Because that's what you had to do in Crusader Kings, too.
No, I think it's lead your line, so I imagine it's just...
Yeah, I was interpreting these as being you do it across the course of your dynasty, but I'm not sure. We'll have to find
the way
out.
I read it is, if it says starting as, then it's your dynasty. If it's playing as, it's that dude. So, say for instance, last count, starting as Duke Nuno from Portugal, I don't think you should have to do it with Duke Nuno, because it says starting as, not playing as, you know?
That's what the logical wording would make us assume.
Menev's in the chat saying the best thing about give a dog a bone is that it's a Latin pun.
Yes, because
I don't know if...
the Canossa family line, their family motto. When the dog will end his bone, House Canossa will end. Yeah, there you go.
So when the dog stops chewing on his bone, or what? I don't know what when the dog will end his bone is supposed to be.
It's a really terrible saying, because my dog would, when I had a dog, would just wolf it down.
Dynasty.
Very short-lived bones.
My dynasty lasts a whole 5 minutes.
The dogs that were around in 1066, clearly a weaker subspecies.
Or tougher bones.
Read the Italian version. It's a pun in Italian. But we don't speak Italian.
Yeah.
No.
Come on, Maneth.
I barely speak English.
And also, I think I have a soft spot for starting as Duke Nuno of Portugal in 1066 formed Portugal. Because I actually did that in CK2. I started in 769 and formed Portugal. That was a fun run.
Nice. Did you stay Swabian or did you convert to Portuguese?
Well, in CK2, we weren't Duke Nuno. It was 769. It was the there's a culture that was from Germany that eventually turned into Portuguese.
Yeah. You started Swabian culture, I believe, in 769. So I was wondering if you kept that or if you embraced the Portuguese culture.
We embraced Portuguese because we had the Kingdom of Portugal. Like we were no longer Germans.
Yeah, I've always wondered if that's possible though. Like I've always wondered if it's possible to like keep the Visigoths alive from that start date, but I've never actually tried it. So
here's a question for you. What's your favorite art on all these achievements?
Ooh, I mean, obviously, I like the Raven Banner one, the bloody Raven Banner. Yeah. So
that is any child of Ragnar conquer the British Isles.
That's going to be a popular achievement.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the Naked Emperor up here is pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised no one picked that as their favorite, honestly.
The thing is, he looks like he's well fed, very well fed, but he's also very swole. Like he looks like he's going to be entering like a strongman competition.
He's like Robert Baratheon, like 7
or
years
like,
into his reign,
or like Wilson Fisk. Like he's a big dude, but he's like a big strong dude. Like This is what peak male performance looks like, or whatever.
Exactly.
Yes, I've nailed it already.
You need the King Ping tuxedo though. That's the trick.
No, he's naked, mate. That's even better. It's like, I'm not going to hide my perfect body with clothing. What are you, mental? You got the body of a god. Butter.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait till we can talk about the Adamites. But anyway.
Yes, I know.
So
I'm trying very hard not to talk about things, but I want to talk about the thing.
Yeah.
Next week,
guys. By this time next week, there will be no restrictions on talking about CK3. So definitely tune in.
Yeah,
for that one.
And tune into the Creator Coliseum on Tuesday, September 1st.
Indeed.
Right. So that'll be, it's about 25 players, I think.
I think so. Yeah. 25 plus is, I think, what he put it as. Midgeman organized this. And it is in collaboration with Paradox Interactive.
Yeah.
So, Rose, you're playing Matilda of Tuscany. Do you have any, without giving away your master plans, do you have any ideas what you're going to be doing?
Some ideas. Mm-hmm. I mean, I start as, if anyone knows from Matilda of Tuscany from a CK2, you start as a duchess in Italy in 1066. And, you're the one female surrounded by a bunch of male rulers. Granted, there's differences between how CK2 and how CK3 plays, but if you've played her in CK2, you might have some ideas of what I could possibly do. That's not all I can say right now.
Yeah, I know. It's like, what are you planning on doing? Things I'm not allowed to talk about.
Well, I've played her in CK2, and I remember in CK2 at one point, I seduced the Pope and had his baby, so that was pretty fun. But that was CK2. Things work differently.
Yeah.
Back in our day, you could just seduce the Pope and have all of these kids. And,
you would seduce,
innocent my ass.
As Halbert is saying in chat, you go seduction focus with Matilda, and she was very attractive to everybody, and everybody loved you. The Emperor loved you. It was great.
If you want to see some Matilda gameplay, Spiffing Brit has a video on Matilda. Put it up. Was it yesterday?
Yes, it was yesterday.
I just need to go through and watch those. Lots of friends of the podcast
he divorces his spouse because, of course, he found an exploit. If you remember in CK2, when you get married the first time, you can take gold or prestige. as Spiff was showing us in his video, that happens in CK3 as well. The thing is, it doesn't just happen the first time you get married. It happens every time you get married. And it only cost him piety to get divorced. So, I think he divorced the same guy like 4 or 5 times. And remarried him.
Then he got a title, so she was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna you again."
Yeah.
So basically, just bilking the peasants for wedding expenses, more or less.
Well, no, he was doing it for the prestige, because then for the cash, he was going and he took the perks to get money for hooks, and he had found a way to fabricate hooks. So he sent a spy master to the HRE court. And was finding everyone's secrets and then blackmailing them for money.
Nice.
Yeah, like the King of England's secret lover, Harold Godwinson's secret lover.
Yes,
he found that hook.
Yes,
I watched this video.
Well, since Harold Godwinson wasn't a king anymore.
No, he wasn't. I mean,
he's still king in our hearts.
Indeed.
So
speaking of keeping him as king.
Yeah.
Lambert?
Yeah, I'm on the Creator Colosseum. I'm going to be playing Duke Morcar of Northumbria, which is, I mean, not exactly, like, he owns the land where I was born, so it made sense for me to be there, you know? Also, I like him because he's fighting against William the Bastard, and I will say that out of the 3 potential victors in 1066, the worst one won. So I'm going to try and fix history, because there is, I think we're allowed to say this. Yeah, we are, because he's already been announced. There is going to be a William the Bastard player. He's not going to win this time.
Well, even if you didn't, even if he hadn't been announced, you can clearly see on the map that they showed that Normandy is colored in.
Very true. So, I'm going to have to fight against Corbett Gaming, and I've got a friend who hasn't been announced, so I won't spoil who the friend is. But we're gonna try and fix history. Yeah, see.
You also happen to be playing as the ruler that rules right about where Harold Hardrada is going to land. So that'll
no, that is also a thing.
Yeah, there we go. Corbett is the
Corbett. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
William the Bastard of Normandy.
Yeah, I'm very much liking that Midge didn't call him a conqueror yet, because he's not, and he won't be. I hope.
And we have Radio Res. We have Corgosol, Chewy, Groogy, good old Paradox dev of EU4, who's been here on our channel, on our show.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Obviously, he's taking Skona.
And next, we have our very own Isa.
Yeah, I am playing as the chief of... I'm going to try it. Jokamoka? I think is how you pronounce it. Roughly.
Yokimoka.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the way they have it spelled in CK3 is actually the northern Sami language spelling of it. So I think it's just Jokmok in Finnish or something like that. But
well, they don't pronounce J, so it'd be Yok.
Yokmok, okay.
I was happy mocking like Finnish pronunciations, not happy about mocking Sami pronunciations.
Yeah, I don't know the Sami language at all. So
they've got really cool outfits. You know, Finns, you ain't got nothing on them. You look at Finnish outfits, rubbish. Look at Sami outfits, it's all blue and red. It's fantastic.
It's almost like, people can wear any kind of fucking clothes. So you can go wear it if you like.
No, you're only allowed to wear Sami clothes in Finland if you were refined.
Wow.
Yeah, so Botolf is an independent Swedish pagan count who rules entirely over Sami Suomenisko subjects, meaning none of my counties have my primary culture or my primary religion. Which is going to be interesting.
You could just convert to Suomenisko.
Maybe, but the idea with the 3 of us that are playing in Scandinavia is, so Mordred, who I think is the next one down on the list, is Eric the Heathen of Sweden, who is the Norse pagan brother of the Christian king of Sweden in 1066, with a claim on the throne. and we want to make him king and bring back the old gods to the parts of Sweden that have forgotten them, with some help from our friend Grugi and Skåne. So we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be dicey.
I've got maybe an idea.
Well, let us know off stream, because we don't want to.
No, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's given me an idea.
Yeah, am I allowed to say who I am? I don't think it's been announced.
No.
Neither have I, but you are allowed to say.
Yeah, Midge said it was okay. Yeah, Midge said it was okay if we say on the podcast, but nowhere else.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't look it up. Say it first time, pronounce it perfectly. That's your challenge. Okay. Go.
Hold on. Yeah. Let me just look it up first, because I can't remember. Hold on. Hold your horses. Where is the list? It's a good one.
Yeah.
Where's he even put this?
Do you want me to give you a link?
I think I've got it. All right. Okay. Here I am. I am Atabeg Rashid ul Dalwa Mahmud ibn Shilbal Dawa Nasir of Maristad Abagate.
Close enough.
Beat that.
And where is that?
Knight of Islam.
It's the green one.
I think it's the green one down by the Byzantine Empire, because I think you're the only Muslim ruler, right?
I am. I'm upholding the light of Islam, the aim of Rome.
There we go, guys. You can see we're at far corners of the map.
Yeah.
Yep, so it's just going to be 4 blobs. Everything else will be gone. Yeah.
So I think you should convert to Islam. You know, if you're going to be a heathen, make me the right heathen.
I'm finding it very funny that you're alone in the Abbasid Caliphate, and your main rival would be obviously the Roman Empire, and there's 4 players in it.
It's 1066. So wouldn't he be a vassal of the Seljuks?
I am.
Oh yeah, no. I'm mixing the two up. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah,
I'm probably going to culture convert as my kind of plan, I think. Going to see if I can
Greek?
Do that. No, to the proper heirs of Rome, the Turks.
You've just made a lot of people very angry. I'm one of them.
It's like someone has to do it. Someone has to do it, right? Somebody has to actually form proper Rome. That Hagia Sophia, it needs some minarets. You all need some minarets. Your stove little temples of the north, minarets. Get some minarets on there.
I'll snap one of those minarets off and shove it. Yeah, let's move on.
Lindisfarne, get those minarets up, boy.
Chris, anybody who is not announced on the Creator Coliseum Twitter yet, we're not allowed to talk about.
Yeah.
So Midge will be rolling out those announcements over the course of the next few days. He gave us permission to say who Lambert and Loris are, even though they haven't been announced yet. But we can't.
It's a world exclusive.
Yeah, we can't announce anybody else. So, yeah.
You'd kind of guess on the map, compare this map to CK2, and you probably have some ideas of who is where in terms of what characters. But that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. We are fairly close together. There's really nobody in Central Asia or India or Africa, but that I think will lead to some interesting conflicts, especially since it's a one-day event. We don't really have
and it's only 6 hours.
A lot of time, so yeah.
I would love it if we could do this more. Just maybe a monthly event, have this Creator Coliseum thing be.
Yeah, man, it's so tough, and I'm so impressed with Midge for organizing this. But getting 25 people together for 6 hours, even just for one day, is a massive logistical challenge.
It must be like herding cats, right?
Yeah. But maybe we can start up a semi-regular NoCB multiplayer game or something. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I'd be down for that.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, that's the Crusader Coliseum. It's going to be September 1st, so CK3 launch day. If you're stuck at work, or if you can drag yourself away from the game or have a second monitor, you'll be able to watch that
play alongside,
And you could
all
watch
of our
it.
Channels.
Yeah, everyone's streaming it on their channel. Though I'm guessing, Loris, you're not streaming anywhere. Would you like to stream on the podcast channel?
Oh yeah,
I don't know how to stream, if I'm honest.
We could
That's
get you
fine.
set up.
Okay, maybe if I can work it out in time, then maybe I'll do that. That sounds why not?
Got to get that
Why not?
affiliate thing going.
Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna make my own splash screen. It's gonna look awful. It'll be like Snoop Dogg in the corner doing that little gig.
That's honestly
Amazing.
that's all you need.
Yeah,
Well,
perfect.
Seljuk was the Snoop Dogg of the Middle Ages, as we all know. So,
Well,
I'll have you
they have
know,
the Hashashin.
Abdad Rashid ul Dalwa Mahmud ibn Salwa Dalwa Nasir of Amishirud Abigate was Snoop Dogg.
Yeah,
Snoop
Yes.
Dogg of Amishirud Abigate.
an attempt was made.
yeah, Scientocraft, what you really need is something like a panopticon so that you can watch all of us at the same time. That's the only proper way to
Because of course you'll
experience the
need
Creator Coliseum.
Midge-Man
I'm
up
just
so you have
thinking
the
of
observer
the-
mode, and then you have to have
Yeah.
all of the creators.
Right.
What you need is that room from The Matrix.
Right. That's almost exactly what I was thinking. Or like the Batcave, where he has all the different displays. Yeah.
Wait, no, we shouldn't get onto the Batcave because I'm legitimately excited about all the things there, and this is not a stream about comic book movies and stuff. So
Okay. I do think Robert Pattinson will be a good Batman. That's my take.
yeah, no, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna agree with that.
Any last little bits about the Coliseum or the achievement list before we take a look at some other stuff?
There's stuff I want to talk about,
I'm
but
glad
I can't.
there's no.
I can't. So
Yeah, exactly. Wait, am I even let's just move on, just in case.
Okay.
yeah, let's be
All
safe.
right. The less time we give ourselves to accidentally violate an NDA, the better. We got another dev diary on Southeast Asia from our good friend Neon DT for the upcoming EU4. This time was focusing on the Mon and Shan sort of areas, and also some of the Thai miners. Was there anything in particular that any of you found especially exciting about these?
I think we just missed a trick here, because we could have said that the far extent of CK3's map is going to Pegu. And speaking of Pegu,
There you
but
go.
we completely missed the trick. And now
You know what? It still
Wow.
counts.
All right,
It still counts.
just do a bit of editing. It'll be all right.
Does it count?
I'm marking it down that we got points for that. So yeah.
Does it really count, chat? What do you think? I'm feeling like it doesn't
I mean,
count.
hey.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, they will say it.
Okay.
counts.
Hay is for horses,
All right.
but okay.
Yeah. So there's gonna be this new Jade Buddha mechanic, which sounds kind of interesting, which is like this modifier that, like, if you siege the city that it's in, you can steal it if you are a member of an Eastern religion, which is kind of an interesting way to add like a little bit of like a capture the flag element to EU4, which I kind of like, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. I like that.
Yeah. I'm still not sure if I like how karma works, but
No, I don't think anyone has been at all at any point.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't. It's called karma, but it doesn't really have anything to do with the spiritual concept of karma. Because except in the vague sense that like Buddhism has like the middle path, and you want to do things in moderation. I can see where they were going with it.
Do you reckon maybe there's going to be something else in a future dev diary about like, oh yeah, also we're changing karma because it's not good?
Maybe. Well, they did. They also said something that. Let me see if I can find where it said. They said something about hard-coded changes that might not make it into the final. Yeah, the mission tree has a variety of requirements and effects that I can't talk about yet, as they involve unrevealed code features that may or may not ultimately make it into the game. That was talking about Pegu's mission tree. So I'm curious what that is. I'm curious if we'll ever get to see what it is.
Yeah.
But,
Hopefully we'll know what it is even if we don't get to see it.
Yeah, or they'll save it for a later update or something, maybe.
Well, I'm also hoping stuff. I mean, one of my criticism with this Jade Buddha thing, it's all done through events, as far as I can see, right? I mean, it's all. There's no like area down the bottom right of the screen that tells you where the Jade Buddha is, and it's not really that. It's all a little bit hidden in events and in the back codes and stuff. What I'm really excited about, never mind focus trees and stuff, I'm really focused on like proper unique mechanics. Was Jade Buddha's thing interesting? But, you know, if the mission tree includes things that, you know, are big overhaul type things like, you know, the Mandate of Heaven or like, I don't know, the Shogunate system, you know, something that is like actually really interesting and gives this region a lot more flavor, I think.
Yeah, and that seems like kind of what they're trying to do with like the like making subjugation a big deal. And maybe to some extent where they're talking about capital mega cities, that might be the thing that they're talking about that may or may not make it in. But yeah, I think the issue I've always had with how like the Buddhist world is portrayed in EU4 is if you look at a lot of the other religions, what those bonuses are actually doing, you could actually trace back to something that is like historical and tangible. Yeah. Like setting up your church doctrines as a Protestant. That's something that actually happened. You know, using your influence within the papacy and the curia to get benefits for your nation. That's something that actually happened. The conflict between legalism and esotericism in the Muslim world, especially on the steppe, that's something that actually happened. Yeah. The Buddhism mechanic just feels like it's just this ephemeral kind of mystical, like it doesn't actually represent anything that actually happened historically. It's kind of a game mechanic for the sake of a game mechanic.
Yeah. And also it's universal throughout all the Buddhist teachings.
Right,
you know? So,
right,
I mean, yeah. There's no real variation between like, I think there's a little bit of heathen acceptance if you're Mariana or if you're, you know, any of the other ones. You still get karma, right? And it's no real variation or nothing interesting.
And then, you know, Buddhism in CK3 redacted. So it's like, you know,
and also censored for
I agree.
Yeah.
Solid agree.
Yeah.
God damn it, TJ, I want to talk about it.
You're not allowed to agree with me. You can only say redacted.
Solid redactions.
Tibet is calling me, TJ.
All the redactions, all the time, everywhere, until next Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
But then the other thing that obviously I thought was really cool is that they've added a stateless society government reform.
Yeah, I quite like that.
For the Highland Shan tribes, I believe.
Diff Martian, sit the fuck down. You are no longer the peasant kingdom anymore. This is the new one.
I am looking forward to like the anarchists versus the poom of Diff Martian versus these.
Also, have you seen their flag as well? You're gonna mistake that for rebels.
Is that actually their flag? I assume they just had rebels.
No, that is their flag. Look at it, green.
That's their flag, is it?
Oh, that's their actual flag?
It looks like it, yeah. I mean, the one north of them is a separate country. Also, same flag. It's gonna get so confusing.
Maybe they haven't added the flags in yet, but that's possible. That would be hilarious. I want to see if somebody can do like how much can you conquer as a stateless society?
Go on, Flurry. Show us a stateless world conquest.
Yeah.
I mean, if it could be done, he'd do it.
For sure.
Yeah. They reform into a peasant republic, so you can, if you decide you want to have a government, you can. But that's going to be a lot of fun to play with.
Every province its own stateless society.
Yes. Well, that's what would end up happening because you're going to be so far over your governing capacity that everything's just going to go independent.
No,
presumably they would inherit your government type when they do. So yeah, that's what I would want to do. I want us to have the maximum number of released stateless societies that you can have on the map. That's what I want to see. True anarchist world conquest.
I mean, governing capacity is not that. I mean, it is a big deal. What I'm trying to say is, though, your territories. So if you don't full core something, doesn't count towards your governing capacity. So all you're going to end up with is a very poor nation that is very, very, very big.
Yeah.
Doesn't it still take up a little bit of governing capacity for territories, or am I misremembering that?
I want to say no, but
nothing.
I know if I do that, someone's just going to call me wrong.
I thought it was just a big discount to governing capacity, but I'm not sure actually because I almost never use territories.
I think as a hunch, I think it's free. I think that's how it is.
Yeah, I never have territories. I always have like states and trade companies. That's about it. So
I thought you had to have territories to have trade. Don't you? If you state it, it stops being a trade. I don't know.
Well, if you full core, then it becomes you can't trade company. But he's saying he has either full cores or he has the trade companies.
Got it. I mean, I don't play anything other than Manchuria. Let's face it. Like that's the only one I ever play. So
yeah,
but that fort defense is insane. I think somebody worked it out that you can get up to like 170-day siege ticks, which just makes me want to die. Yeah,
well, I mean, I guess they want to model why those tribes didn't just get conquered right away, historically, which...
Because it was just a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Well, they're poor. Yeah, they're poor and they live in the mountains. Like, generally... In history, if you want to be left alone by a big, powerful empire, a good way to do that is to be poor and live in the mountains.
Yeah, and also don't have any natural resources also very much helps.
Well, that's basically... There was various cities in the middle of Italy, in the mountains in the middle of Italy, during the times of the Roman Empire that were just left to their own devices. Because, I mean, what's the point in trying... They're too poor to give you anything.
There's places in Italy like that now. Never mind.
I mean, Matera being a prime example, the one with who lays claim to like the third oldest city in the world. But yeah, that's just have nothing of value to the empire that is next to you, and you'll be left alone.
There you go.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Problem solved. Was there anything else that stuck out to anybody about this dev diary before we move on along?
No,
I just think it's quite promising that hopefully we'll get some good mechanics.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Well, we also got our first big Imperator dev diary since the most recent patch came out.
Yeah.
The patch from nowhere.
The surprise patch. Trin Tragula kind of went over where the game is at and sort of teased that they're working on the next update. Didn't really give us any hints about it.
Yeah.
Lambert, was there anything in particular as our resident Imperator expert that you thought really was interesting about this?
Well, first off, we know what the next update is going to be called, Vitruvius. I think that might hint at more than maybe, it's more than just a name. Vitruvius was a Roman that lived around the time of Augustus, the first emperor, and he wrote a book called De Architectura, which is all about, surprisingly enough, architecture. He was basically a military and civil engineer. So if you want to read a bunch into it, it could mean we're getting either like new siege mechanics or we're getting new building mechanics. And I'd be okay with having both of those things.
Or are you getting some of both?
Hopefully. But yeah, his book was lost to time until it was rediscovered in a library during the Renaissance. And Vitruvius is where we get Vitruvian Man from Leonardo da Vinci, because he liked his ideas, and so that's where that comes from.
Oh,
interesting.
Pretty interesting, yeah. So I think that's what I would kind of think it might be leaning towards being the next update.
I just want my expansion that focuses on something outside of the Mediterranean. Obviously, if it's barbarians, that would be awesome. If it's like northern barbarians, that's my thing. But yeah, I would take India or
the barbarians need some more fleshing out, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
They do. Like, I think tribes are the least fun government form to play in Imperator currently.
I want more steppe nomad stuff, to be honest. I mean, I feel like the steppe nomads don't really feel like steppe nomads.
Yeah. Like, republics are the most fun now, I think, as of Menander, because of the how they change the changes to the faction system. Monarchies are pretty good. Tribes still need a lot of work, is how I would
rank them. Monarchy very, very, very highly. Then quite a distance away, it would be republics, then migratory, then federated.
Yeah, migratory is definitely better than federated. Just because it's such a unique mechanic.
It's more powerful as well. Like, if you're talking about pure power scaling, which one is the best, most powerful, it's the migratory tribe. They are the most powerful by far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also a lot more fun to play. It's a lot of fun, especially if you play the Angles, like just doing, a Saxon invasion of Britain before the Romans even arrived. It's quite a fun game to play.
Right.
It should have been an achievement, really. I mean, I don't know why that's not an achievement. You got a tribe called the Angles, and there's no achievement to conquer England as the Angles. Doesn't make any sense. Should happen.
Cianto seems to believe, Lambert, that Imperator needs fanatic purifiers.
They do. They're called the Romans.
True. Yeah. Of course.
I'm curious, Lambert, why do you like monarchies more than republics?
Because I'm a bit of a tyrant at heart, and I don't like it when my government tells me I can't do anything. It's like, no, I'll do what the fuck I want. Thanks.
Yeah.
And then also, why in the game do you like monarchies?
Touche. Not even going to argue that. I like dynasty. I like knowing that my ruler here, the person who is going to be ruling my nation after him, is his son or his daughter in some cases. That I prefer not, because I like bloodlines as well. Playing the bloodline game is fun. But yeah, I like the continuation.
And Imperator doesn't have matrilineal marriages.
No, but there's a few bloodline traits, and all bar one of them is patrilineal only. So you can only ever have two bloodline traits, one being Argead, so Alexander's bloodline, and another being one of the Diadochi or Pyrrhus. His bloodline.
It's also cooler to have a king, isn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah,
I'm having a little debate in my Senate. Rubbish. I've got a crown.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Way cooler,
See, I loved CK2 Conclave. I love it when my government tells me I can't do things, because then I'm like, all right, well,
I hated that.
About that.
Now it's time to murder you or blackmail you or whatever I have to do.
I like my government telling me I can't do anything, but I like being a king while it's doing that. That's what I like. I don't want to be like, it doesn't feel right. It's like, I'm, consul or president or whatever it is. Like, I can't do this. It doesn't feel as good as being a king.
I mean, the real best way to play is to be the powerful vassal who is the power behind the throne. And is playing the king like a puppet.
Oh, yeah.
Being the kingmaker,
Yeah, exactly.
Be your own Brangian guard.
That's it, yeah.
Lambert, have you played a Republic post Menander? Actually, no, I haven't. All I've played is Epirus. I haven't played Republic yet. I have been very busy with certain game that ends in a 3.
With Redacted?
Yeah,
it's Half-Life 3. We've been playing Half-Life 3.
You're not supposed to say that. Now Valve is going to delete our Steam accounts now.
Wait, why is there a manhack outside my window?
Speaking of, though, isn't it funny that the 3 games that I'm most excited about right now all end in fucking 3? Baldur's Gate 3, Wasteland 3, Crusader Kings 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Wasteland 3 is coming out at the same time. When am I going to find time for all this?
You're just not. You have to clone yourself,
it's
TJ.
Unfair.
Yeah.
Look, the movie industry is taken a massive hit for, the situation the world is in, read as apocalypse. And, the movies are being a lot slower at coming out. But the games industry is fucking chugging along like nothing's going to happen. And my own Taxes 3 as well. Oh, God. Fucking Jesus. The 3s are after me. But no, I haven't.
Hey, Counter-Strike started out as a mod, so maybe Mayo and Taxes will become its own spin-off game that will one day have 2 sequels, yeah.
But yeah, I've not had really time to do anything. Even my hours in CK3 are not anything special. It's just been a pretty busy time for me.
I know mine are overblown just because I have to leave the game open.
Yeah, I did that. I've been looking at observer mode.
I don't know if we're even allowed to say that.
Well,
so
Menace had the observer mode in one of the previous dev diaries, so he showed that he existed. So I didn't break NDA.
Okay, so observer mode exists. Yeah, we can confirm that.
So I had that on running overnight.
Whether or not any of us have any experience with it, who knows?
No, I didn't look at the results. Just closed it straight up.
Mine just means
Thank you, Menace.
I leave the game up and walk away because Rosebud wakes up, and then I come back, and then it's
I am now what's it called when you've got 2 double personalities. One of my personalities has signed the NDA, the other one hasn't. So I open up the game with one personality and I have to walk away, and the other one comes out.
I don't think that'll hold up.
No,
I don't think that'll hold up.
It was a good attempt.
If Paradox's lawyers come after you, yeah.
An attempt.
This is the hardest thing about doing this podcast. Before doing this podcast, I just had the policy of just pretending I know nothing about anything that has not come out yet. Right now, doing this podcast, it's like there's a game I really want to talk about. I'm not even sure if it's been announced, and I can't even mention if it is. I'm looking it up desperately. I don't think it has been, and I don't know. I didn't even know it was there. I don't know. I need to do so much research before doing this podcast. Whether it's public or not.
Well,
that's fine.
So
my goodness.
The other thing I thought was kind of interesting about the Imperator Dev Diary, it was Arheo had a little tag on at the end there, talking about the difficulty of balancing Rome specifically with recreating the borders of the Roman Republic at the time of Augustus, which is the ease with which you can do that has gone up and down over time. Yeah. He says he's pretty happy with where it is now, even though it makes world conquest almost entirely unattainable, which is actually something I support fully. Same. Like, I don't really think that a world conquest should be possible in this era.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Except, it is one of the achievements.
I don't care. Like, I mean, I'm fine with having just not all of the achievements. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I mean, and somebody will always figure out how to do it. Like,
well, it's like 3 mountains was initially supposed to be impossible, right?
Yeah,
right.
And then it
was included. I mean, it very much wasn't,
right?
Right. What people don't realize as well is at the end of Imperator in 27 BC or BCE, whichever one you prefer, Rome didn't even have Mare Nostrum. Like, they did not have the entire coastline of the Mediterranean. And
no, they
people
did not.
Are like, it's mental that the game is broken because I'm not able to conquer Britain and also all the way down to Basra and the Gulf of Persia. It's broken because I'm not able to do this thing that the fucking Romans weren't able to do either. Good job, kids. I mean, I having said that as well, I have done the full extent of the Roman borders. It's totally possible. You're just bad. Mad because bad.
Yeah, I mean, especially with all the unique stuff Rome gets, I feel like they're pretty easy to blob with. Maybe too easy. I haven't played them in 1.5 yet.
No, nor have I. I mean, the only issue with playing as a republic is your Senate blocking you from going to war. And that's generally only really a problem in like the first 50 to 100 years. And after that, Generally, they're accepting that I'm going to war. Or, I'm taking a tyranny hit. Nice. I can now take more land in the war. Because, more tyranny you have, the cheaper war score is. So, I don't know. Advice from Lambert, get good. Yeah, I mean, it's basic life advice, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'll be interested to see what direction this next update is taking.
I'm definitely hoping that it is a buildings rework. I think the game would benefit from that.
Yeah, it definitely could. Especially how trade goods work now. I feel like the building system is not fully harmonious with the trade rework that we just got, is how I would put it.
It would be great if they could link the two of them. It's like, you have gemstones and you also have precious metals. You're now able to build a jeweler's crafts thing, and you now can have, a higher priced trade good because you've got both of them. So, you're making jewelry.
Oh, so it's almost like adding manufacturing from Vicky 2, but not quite.
Yeah, but I mean, anytime that you can try and emulate Vicky 2 in your game, I mean, it's going to make a better game.
No, that would be cool. Yeah, that would be very cool.
Someone should make a mod about
horses, and you have grain, and you can build special entertainment buildings to give, circuses and bread and circuses.
Yeah. No, that would be cool. That would be a cool way to do it.
And different types of bread. I want a whole bread economy.
See, the people in the south of Italy, they prefer paninis.
Yeah, exactly. Is it rye bread or is it wheat?
Oh, it's got to be wheat.
Yeah, it has to.
None of this rye shite. I say that living in Finland, I'm going to get crucified tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a criminal offense.
Do rye bread with a good Reuben.
Yeah. And then when you conquer, Palestine, you have to have unleavened bread, to save the local, people. It's a whole thing.
You need some pumpernickel to do a really good tuna fish sandwich.
Well, speaking of conquering the Levant, who did a lot of conquering?
British?
The Spanish?
Particularly in the 1500s.
The Romans.
Yeah.
The Ottomans.
The Spanish.
Yeah.
They did a lot of exploiting.
The Austrians. Wait, fuck, who didn't do a bunch of conquering? God damn.
Speaking of conquering, do you know who that was announced as the latest culture for humankind did a lot of conquering?
This does not narrow it down at all. It's the Spanish.
It's not the Harappans, at least. So, unless you're playing as them, yeah.
Unless
yeah. The Spanish are gonna be in the early modern era.
And they of course have their conquistadors. Because
I don't think
they need their funny metal hat dudes.
Yeah.
I think there's probably I'm completely blanking now on what they're called. The unit that the Spanish, like the formation that the Spanish came up with, the tercio, that should be their emblematic unit, the tercio. The conquistadors,
the tercios did fantastic. They probably, made Spain the power it was in Europe, but they didn't have the style, right? Conquistadors, look at their little puffy arms, their silly little hats. Sure, they are mass murdering horrible people, but they were stylish and they had an emblematic mustache and goatee. Tercios don't have that.
I mean, but they did though.
What are they? Just in a little square?
No, they've got the same fucking helmets.
But do they have a goatee?
On this image, yes. Every single Spaniard has the same goatee. It's a trait.
But did they go and expand and ruin indigenous people?
Probably. Yeah. This is probably the formation they used when they wrecked the Incas and the Aztecs. Yes.
Except the Aztecs, they used locals. There were 10 guys?
And then they had one tercio formation at the back directing everything.
That's why. I mean, the Aztecs didn't have goatees, so it was clear that they weren't on the same team. That's why
right.
that actually happened. Yeah.
It's how the Dutch got conquered too, I'm pretty sure.
They use locals for the Incas too. After, of course, they let smallpox and other diseases run rampant through the locals.
I mean, but you know what the best defense against smallpox is? Fucking tercio formation, innit?
That's right.
Wow.
The tercio formation is, specifically designed to repel smallpox.
Yeah, because it's got a square in the middle, isn't it? There's guns for retreat. I mean, a square in the middle, and then there's lots, and then the flanks are quite far away. What's that mean? Social distancing. You know?
I mean,
square ain't gonna catch anything from the flanks.
I mean, you're gonna have to be big pox to get through a tercio.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm going to fucking hell.
Full size pox. You're gonna need some jumbo pox.
Why not just get some lovers pox and join what's his name on the Paradox CK3 streams?
I would be curious to see, once we're allowed to compare notes, who has given lovers pox to more people, the official stream or me.
Confirmed. TJ has lovers pox. Okay.
That's breaking embargo.
Agavade is referring to them as Chad pox. I prefer that. I'd prefer if we call them Chad pox from now on.
But Chad is a negative. It's a bad thing. No, nobody cool is a Chad.
We've just been banned in the nation of Chad. Thanks, London.
Yeah.
Wow.
Our viewership in Chad has just dropped off massively.
Oh, damn.
Chad is Chad is actually on the map in CK3. They have Lake Chad, and you can play in that region.
Yeah.
See, I think I'm defending the nation of Chad by not allowing, these weaklings to steal their name. This form of horrible cultural appropriation will not stand for me.
Why isn't there a Paradox game where you get to conquer Virginia?
Play with Mega Chad here.
Oh yeah, that is so good, so good.
That kid, yeah.
Where's that from?
Yeah.
This is Spiff's video. That's Mega Chad.
Of course, yeah.
Hey, Rose, that's your kid.
Yeah, that's Matilda.
Matilda. Yeah, Matilda's kid. That's awesome.
Yeah.
With the bloody HRE crown and everything, Jesus.
He's got like a little suit of armor, bless him. Man, you know how hard it is to get baby clothes, right? I mean, imagine having to forge a new suit of armor every time they grow up their old piece of armor.
I can confirm.
It'd be awful.
Rosebud is 3.5 months. He'll be 4 months off September 8th, and he's already almost out of the 6-month clothing.
Exactly, and if you got him a suit of armor, it's like you have to go down the blacksmith or back again for my monthly suit of armor.
But you finished forging it, you'll have grown out of it already.
Basically, yeah.
See, that's why he's wearing lamella armor, so you can just add another lamella plate. It's infinitely expandable.
Or
also, do they have like a
family heirloom, and you just have sizes going all the way up to adulthood, so that you use it for every kid, every generation. They're always protected, unless you have twins, and then one kid just gets left out in the cold.
Well, that also looks like a very expensive crown. Did they just make a small crown for their son?
That's the Holy Roman Emperor's crown.
Yeah, that's
costs more than. I mean, is he the emperor on the start date?
No.
He literally just put his crown on him.
Yeah, it's a replica.
Yeah. Okay.
It's got a replica crown, because that's totally legal.
They got it in a Happy Meal box.
Oh yeah, so here's this kid.
You just choose all the clothes that he's going to have.
Maybe, God grows and shrinks the crown to fit the head of whoever's wearing it. So.
Oh, nice.
Really,
we
more
got paid promotion
from Verizon.
Verizon in some sort of basketball thing.
See, this podcast is supposed to be ad-free because we're not affiliate yet.
Well,
it's adorable.
Yeah, so I know Spiffing Brit has some stuff out. I believe Quill does as well, and One Proud Bavarian.
Enter Elysium.
Alex Ramble up.
Enter Elysium. has some stuff out. So yeah, if you want to see CK3 gameplay, there is a fair bit of it out at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, he's actually named Mega Chat. Awesome.
Actually, does that count as like friends of us, friends of a podcast? I don't really know about it. Oh, wait, is a podcast just an extension of us, or is it?
I think it's an extension of us.
Of a podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Friends of a podcast.
Lionheart has some as well.
Oh, Rimmy, of course. Rimmy did one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a playlist somewhere.
Drew Journal, Alex the Rambler, Spiffing, Brit, Rimmy Down Under, Quill 18, Pravus Gaming, One Proud Bavarian, Miniature Nerd, and Lionheart.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't want to get too deep into this. I'm not sure that I enjoy it so much when channels that are already very well established get sort of a head start on ones that aren't as much. It feels less egalitarian to me that way.
Oh, I forgot intro.
The content,
sorry.
Yeah, but the stuff they're putting out is very good. Yeah. I'll say that all these videos are awesome and worth watching. If it were up to me, which it never will be, I think I would, obviously prefer to go back to when everybody got to post videos on the same day. But that's Paradox. That's their thing. It's their decision to make.
Doesn't matter for me.
Yeah.
If I publish a comic now, no one will understand it. Like, so.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get to watch Alex Rambler be a peasant.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good stuff. Yeah, so yeah, you should definitely go check that out.
Well, lovely people too.
Well, of the stuff that we are allowed to talk about, what have you guys been up to? Lambert, want to start with you this week?
I've been playing a game I'm not.
Yeah, no, I've been a bit busy doing undescript things. Also, there is a new, I guess, a little mini series on my channel right now, where I'm going through the Senators Populesque on the Imperator forums, where basically the top 3 suggestions in the suggestion forum are ranked according to how many people upvote it or whatever, and I'm giving my thoughts on those, like my feedback to your suggestions. So if you have a popular suggestion and you put it there, I might make a video and talk about how bad it is, or good. That's also a possibility, I'm sure. But yeah, that's on YouTube, Lord Lambert. You can go and check me out there.
Nice,
sweet.
Yeah, Rose, what have you been up to that you're allowed to talk about?
Let's see. I played CK2. I streamed some this weekend. I've been finished up this game. Which you see all that lovely orange there? That's the Aztecs.
Lovely.
You can't quite see everything they have. But it's glorious, isn't it? That beautiful?
So the situation just continues to be very normal.
Yes. But CK2, that run is finished. Very normal. Those videos will all go up before CK3 embargo ends for us. So, if you want to say goodbye to Crusader Kings 2, there's some brand new videos on my channel. And aside from that, I've been playing Redacted and preparing for Creator Coliseum by playing Redacted.
Excellent. Loris, what have you been up to?
Oh, it's going to be really exciting for everyone listening. I've been painting my house. I've been doing some line washing. I've been doing nothing that's of any interest apart from me, because there's duties at least. Also, I've been doing my accounts. Man, my goodness, how riveting is that?
I mean, if we're talking about things that aren't related to video making, I've been making a bookshelf.
Oh,
see, now we need to start a second channel that's just all about home improvement, and
oh man, this week I'd be full of stuff. I painted some beams, like a lovely rose oak wood, I think it's called, the stain. It's right. It comes out very nice.
So the wood we're using, it's some really really awesome shit. It's called medium density fiberboard.
Oh, nice, nice.
Didn't they nerf medium density fiberboard in the last update though?
Well, no, because it's hard counted by light density now.
Okay, because I knew that used to be the meta, but I didn't know if it was anymore.
We're using the paint upgrade, so it's all good.
Yeah,
no one can tell what it is under the paint. So
I think you get an encryption bonus, don't you, with that? I believe.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you have the Songs of the Woodshed DLC, that's really the that's the important part.
Except then you have a secret, and someone might use it to get a hook on you.
True. But that's getting too close to Redacted.
True,
But you know
except
what?
that was in a dev diary for Redacted.
Oh yeah, we can't talk
name.
about stuff that's in dev diaries, but yeah.
We need to get Groogy on because I believe Groogy's making a desk too, so we should just have a desk cast.
Yeah. Well, anyway, other than Redacted, obviously, I've been playing some Total War Troy over on twitch.tv/Lore Sworn Order. There's also a Three Kingdoms expansion coming out like the same day as CK3, so it's going to be a lot of stuff.
Wow.
There's going to be a lot of stuff going on.
Who picked
that turns
that?
out we should probably talk about that next week, really. I mean, we should have a rundown. But multiplayer's not in it, too.
Who plans putting out a DLC for a strategy game the same day another big strategy game comes out that's the third in a series and is quite people looking forward to?
Yeah, I don't know. And Wasteland 3's and Iron Harvest, which is that steampunk RTS, are also coming out that same week. So it's like
based on a board game, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Exciting
the other
times,
thing I've been
Grand Strategy.
What's that?
Hey, exciting times to Grand Strategy, I guess. Lots of stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. It is crazy now that we get a Total War game a year. Like we used to have to wait like 4 or 5 years between those. Like
yeah.
Like the fact that there's always something going on with big strategy franchises. Like I don't think this podcast could have existed 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like even that recently. Like yeah. The other thing I've been playing a fair bit of is Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're going to be doing that tonight, about an hour after the podcast ends, 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Eastern. And what we're doing is we're flying over famous battlefields and like routes of famous military campaigns to show what the terrain actually looks like and talk about like the challenges of, marching an army. I think we're going to do some of Napoleon's.
Are you going to crash in Russia?
Stuff.
Yeah.
And then crash in Waterloo. And then go to St. Helena and then crash there for the final time.
Just avoid the naval battles because you're just like, this is the ocean. Like this isn't Trafalgar.
Yeah,
this is the Battle of the Night. Oh shit, we crashed again.
So yeah, even if you're not necessarily interested in aviation, if you're interested in history, you might enjoy what we're doing on the Lore Sworn channel with Flight Simulator.
Yeah, sounds good.
Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this week. We almost made it in under an hour. That would have been a new record.
Yeah. Speedrunning.
Yeah.
It's all due to Redacted.
Now we just need to drown Mario.
Follow us, subscribe on Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, all that fun stuff.
There's not enough tangents, apparently.
I know. We really skimped on the tangents this week.
I think because we're all so focused on Redacted, we can't. We're stuck.
There's so much we want to talk about that we can't. So please tune in next week. It'll probably be like a 2-hour episode.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see you guys then. Happy 6 days until Crusader Kings.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.